Hello, welcome to the Hammer Blow, and today we're going to be looking at the Rumour engine for the 24th of September 2019. Now here we have our next Rumour engine. I did the last one, which my theory kind of went to pieces, was the Cities of Sigmar revealing that elves were in there. But here it looks like this is probably a new one, which I can do a better theory on now. Okay, so we have a mace. And what can we tell from this picture? Well, it looks metallic, of course, as maces are. Rather than wooden, I think these chunks look more like metal dents than do wood dents. It's hard to tell, though, because it's a black and white image, but hey. Yeah, so I'm imagining gold here, maybe some grey here, grey at the tip, some silver, it looks like the shine, or gold here. And then we have this sort of ring. It could be a ring around there, or a hand. It does look like a hand a bit. It's being held over somebody's head, but it might just be a ring connected to it. Yeah, if you look at the curve there, it probably is part of just this section of it, and it goes down the page, down off the image. So what is this exactly? It's a mace. Who would wield this? Well, for starters, it looks rather large as a mace, rather heavy, top heavy. So I'm imagining a stronger um, character or model would hold this, unless it's a real close-up. What armies it's from? Well, there's a couple of guesses. So if we go over here on the Games Workshop site, first off, it's probably not anything from Order. None of this really makes sense because elves, free peoples, dispossessed, and yeah, pretty much those, and the other armies within those titles were all put in Cities of Sigmar. But however, for Chaos, I think that a chance for it being Slaves to Darkness isn't that unlikely, because of course, Slaves to Darkness is going everywhere. You have like Untamed Beasts and Splintered Fang and the Unmade from like the brand new Warcry, and they pretty much just go everywhere with Slaves to Darkness. So pretty much everything could be Slaves to Darkness at this point, regarding the Rumour engines, and it's not too unlikely because they are due for a new book, and the Godsworn Hunt and the Dark Oath Warcreen in the Dark Oath Barbarians really need to be expanded, and I wouldn't be surprised if this was a mace of one of them. Actually, now, thinking about it does kind of resemble Seraphon's, like, Aztec-y maces. That's not too far-fetched, and they are pretty much due for a book, being one of the oldest battle tomes in the army. But I doubt they would be the wielders of it, just because it looks a bit more sinister and unruly than they are in Order. A bit too chaotic. Now, of course, it could be a Legions of Nagash one. I'm kind of, my personal theory is that we're going to get a Legion of Nagash book update, because this is now probably old for second edition, and I think that they're going to update probably add a couple skeleton or vampire models. I'll go into it more in its own video, but it's not unlikely that it's a skeleton. Oh, sorry, mace. It's not unlikely that that's a chance. It does resemble somewhat the Gloomspite ones. No, Gloomspite, Nighthaunt ones. Yeah, I get confused because they were released not too far from each other. Oh no, I mean, you know, it does kind of look like the Chainrust Horde maces, but it is rather large, and I can't imagine a skeleton wielding this. Also, I don't think it's the new Osai Bone Reapers either. It doesn't fit Nagash's scheme. Then there's sort of the better theory, which is that it's actually something to do with Gutbusters. Now, Gutbusters or an Ogre Battle Tome is definitely due. A lot of people love these models, but they don't play them because they're not a coherent faction. Because Man-Eaters, Firebellies, and of course the Gutbusters, they're all in square base. A lot of them are square bases, and you only have one thing out of stores now, it's the Ogres. But yeah, it does look like a very crude heavy weapon, kind of like what these guys are holding here. Not these stone maces, like very blunt, almost prehistoric looking, but definitely I could see. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you could definitely see how one of these guys could wield something like this if it was longer than that. Well, of course, the last option is that it could be for an unknown faction that's coming up, but I'm kind of betting it's on the ogres, to be fair. Okay, that's just my thoughts and theories on this battle tome. Not much else to say except perhaps here it talks about puzzling, so maybe more chaos stuff. It says the mental gears whirring and shout it out. Mental gears, kind of forbidden powers, storm vaults, gears, and all that jazz. That suggests it might be to do with an army related to it, and shout it out actually kind of refers more to ogres. See this guy shouting. So I don't know. My bet is ogres, but hey, we'll have to see. Alright, that's the end of the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Excuse any muttering of mine, stammering like I am now. Yeah, so do like, subscribe, and tell others about this video if you like it. Right? See ya.